Alright, so in this video, as you've noticed, we can only look forward, so we're going to make some adjustments to our ability to look around. Alright, so one of the first things we're going to do here is apply some more inputs. So again, we're going to go to our axis mappings, and we're going to add a few more. 1, 2, 3, yep. So the first one we are going to call turn, rate, and then turn and look up. On the turn rate, we're going to assign it the left key. And then we're going to have a right key, of course. The left has to be -1. And on turn, we're actually going to use the mouse. So mouse X. We're going to leave that to 1. And then on lookup, we are going to go ahead and use mouse Y. And we're going to put that to -1. All right, so that's what we have there. It looks like everything's in place. Now we're ready to go to our class. So we're going to go to our character. All right, so here's a U property. Gonna use that, just bring it right down here. This U property is obviously gonna have some properties to it that we need. So visible anywhere. We're gonna have it read only. We're gonna need to set the category, and we're gonna set this to be camera. And this is gonna be a float variable, base turn rate. We're just gonna copy that down because we'll need another one of those. Proper commenting, of course. And this one here is going to be base lookup rate. All right, so we're just going to build that real quick, and I'll show you how you can now see those but not edit them in the editor before we continue. All right, so with our character selected, we're going to go ahead and type camera to get to the camera section. And if we look down, right there. Okay, so now we can go back and we'll start doing some more coding. We're going to need a couple of functions. The first one, of course, being the turn at rate. That's going to take a float variable called rate. And then, of course, we're going to need the look up at rate function as well. And that's going to have the same parameters, so float rate. All right, let's go ahead and get these defined. All right, this one doesn't want to seem to do it. Let's just cancel it. We'll just go ahead and write it in ourselves. It's not that big of a function with a lot of parameters, so it shouldn't be too bad. So let's go over to our CPP file. Give ourselves some sections. So the first thing we're going to do is set our two variables, the base turn rate. We're going to set it to 45. And we'll also set the base lookup rate to 45 as well. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is disable the ability to control the character with the mouse. And have it just be able to rotate the camera. So essentially, like I just said, I mean, we'll be able to use the keyboard to move the character and the mouse to look around. Alright, so now let's go ahead and configure the character movements. Get character movement, B orient rotation to movement. We're going to set that to true. And then we're going to get character movement again. And we're going to go ahead and set the rotation rate equal to F rotator. And we're going to set that to 0, 540, and 0. Alright, so now we can go down here to our functions. We'll start by making sure we put our second one in. A player character, lookup rate, and make sure the float's there. And from here, we're going to actually move these. And we're going to go ahead and put them with our other character movement functions. And for now, we'll just put them right on top. So the next thing we're going to do is the character bindings. Make sure we bring those right on over. And actually, we can just go ahead and copy and paste. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. This first one is going to be turn. The second one will be lookup. This one here will be turn rate. And this one, of course, will be lookup rate. Now let's just go ahead and assign the functions to them accordingly. Add controller yaw input, and that's basically going to give the mouse the ability to add yaw and also give it the ability to add pitch to our character's movements. Here we're going to call our function we're going to write, the turn at rate, and then of course the lookup at rate. Alright, with those all set, let's go ahead and start writing on our functions. We're going to do an add controller yaw input. We're going to pass it the rate variable that we're going to pass in. Multiply that by the base turn rate. And then we're going to get the get world delta in seconds. we can go ahead and copy this whole line, paste it down, and just change yaw to pitch. And of course change our variable to the base lookup at rate. All right, now we can come down. We need to make some changes to our movement functions. All right, so the first line, we're going to go ahead and declare a constant F rotator. We're going to call it rotation. And we're going to assign it the controller, get controller rotation, which just gets the player's current rotation in the world. And then we're going to declare another F rotator, call it yaw rotation, where we're basically going to go ahead and kind of set the parameters of the yaw. And this here we actually don't need anymore, so we'll just comment that out. We're going to keep it just for historical reference. And now we're going to add some new code here. F rotation matrix. And we're going to pass in our variable that we just created. And we're going to use this get unit axis function within it. We have to pass it E axis. And for the forward, we're going to pass the X axis. Conveniently, we can copy all of this, save some more time on typing, bringing it right on down to our write functionality. And paste it right on down, and the code stays the same. Nothing here changes, nor here, except for one piece, right there. We're going to change the X to Y. With that being said, everything else looks good. We can go ahead and compile. Hopefully we get no errors here. You never know. Yay! Always like a little mini victory there, huh? Oh, look at that. Getting right into the game. We can go ahead and move around. We can look around, which is exactly what we wanted. So again, guys, I hope this answered a lot of questions, and I will talk to you soon.